Hey Dahlia Farmer friends, this is Emily Fontes with Idlewild Blooms, and I know a lot of you are getting ready to open up your Shopify shops in the coming weeks, months, and I just wanted to go over a tutorial with you for how to set up shipping correctly based on your needs. So depending on whether you are going to want to do a couple different things, the setup for this is different. And this is something I actually will double check every single time before I hit go on a sale, because I don't know, things change in Shopify, features change, and I just want to be absolutely sure for my sales that I don't have anyone with shipping snafus. So it's on my checklist to double check all these settings. So first of all, if you don't know where to find your shipping settings, it will always be down in this bottom left corner of your screen under settings. Some of these options on the side here may be different for you depending on what apps you have installed, but the settings is where you will find all of your shipping. And then it's under shipping and delivery. So this is what mine looks like. Yours is going to look different. It's all right. Let me just zoom in here. Now, a couple things. We, as Dahlia tuber lovers and shippers, tend to offer several different ways to do shipping for people. One locus of thought is to offer combined shipping, which means someone pays for shipping once, and then every subsequent order, they don't have to pay for shipping again, and we combine all their orders into one box and we ship it at once. That's one way of thinking of shipping. Another way of thinking of shipping is that we charge shipping based on how many tubers are in that order, and we ship all the orders separately. Those two setups are totally different, and I have not found a way to combine them. So if you do the 1 to 5 tubers for $10 and then 5 to 20 tubers for $20, and then, over that is $25, I have not found a good way to also offer combined shipping for subsequent orders after that, because the primary problem is that you add tubers on to each of those orders, and these two different systems don't work together very well. So I'm going to show how to do shipping for 1 to 5 tubers one price, 5 to 10 tubers another price first, and then I will show how to set up combined shipping separate second. So you can watch the first one and then watch the second one, or you can just skip to the second one if you want to, but I'm going to show you how to do it both ways. So if you want to do the shipping where you do it by the amount of tubers that are ordered, the way that we do that is actually by the weight of the package. And this is a 2-step process. The first step is you actually have to define a weight for tubers. And the way that I do that is I'll go into the products and scroll on down, okay? Let's see, where do they put this now? It's right here under shipping. So you're going to give all your tubers a standardized weight. I did an experiment a couple years ago. I weighed a bunch of tubers divided by the number of tubers, and this was all packaged, so in their packaging, and I found that they were about an average of 70 grams. I have some hefty tubers, and I usually do packaging that's pretty protected. So that'll be a tuber in a bag with vermiculite and a label and a sticker and all that kind of stuff. So that is how I got the 70 grams. You can choose any amount, but the key is every single tuber that is in your store has to have the same product weight. And if it doesn't, this method is not going to work for you. A quick way to do this, or I should say quicker, is you can bulk edit. If you've never learned how to bulk edit in Shopify, you can select all of the tubers in your store and go to the bulk editing screen. And then if we pull up the column for, let's see if we can find it, weight, okay, then you can go and you can, if I wanted to right now, I could change this to 50, okay? And then the sneaky thing is you pull this down and it should copy it. So you type in whatever you want it to be, 70, and then you will do that pulling down, and you're just gonna keep doing that and scrolling and doing it and scrolling and doing it and scrolling until you've done all of your tubers, and then you hit save. And this will automatically assign all your tubers to 70 grams. And then once you've done that, then you can go set up the shipping. So do that first. And it also needs to be on your checklist that before every sale, you double check this, because sometimes we add like a last minute variety or something else, or we delete one or whatever. You should have it on your checklist to double check that every single tuber is marked at your standardized weight. Okay. All right. Once you have that done, then you're going to go into your shipping and delivery, and you're going to create a custom profile for this type of shipping. So we'll call this tubers by amount. Okay. You're going to have to add all of your tuber products into the shipping profile. Technically, you could also do this in your general profile, which if you go back, you have kind of like, this is for everything. You could do it there, but I tend to like to create a specific shipping profile when we do something like this. Okay, so you'll add all your products, and then we have to add a shipping zone. Now, here's the tricky thing. You think, oh, United States, yay. No. If you look, you'll notice it says 62 states. Are there 62 states? No, there are not. So we need to do US only, and we need to fix this. So you'll notice we have American Samoa, we have Micronesia, there's all kinds of crazy stuff in here. So you need to go uncheck all of these and make sure that you're not going to get someone in the Marshall Islands, unless you want to ship to the Marshall Islands. That's totally up to you. Palau, Puerto Rico, it just keeps going. U.S. Virgin Islands, and then, of course, the armed forces around the world. Okay, once you do that and you save it, now you can actually add the rate. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do a flat rate with conditional pricing, and we're going to do it based on item weight, okay? So from 0 to, let's say we're going to do 4 tubers. For me, 4 tubers, based on the weight I put in, would be 280 grams. So basically it's telling it to look for the weight designated for the items put in the cart, and then this is the price for that amount. So I would put in $10, and I would actually give this a name. So I'd use custom, and I would say 1 to 4 tubers, shipping 1 to 4 tubers. The customer is going to see that, okay? $10, and you can see down at the bottom here, it shows you what it looks like to the customer. So if someone enters 1 tuber, which would be 70 grams, 2 tubers, 140 grams, 3 tubers, which is 210 grams, or 4 tubers, which is 280 grams, then it's going to show this shipping rate for them, okay? So that's our first layer. Then we add another layer, which is the same thing again, just with a different amount. So we're going to do shipping, if I spelled it right, 5 to 10 tubers, and we're going to, whatever price you want to make it, okay? Conditional pricing. Now we're going to start at 281 grams because it'll be over the 4 tuber mark. And then we're going to do, let's see, what's the math on that? 70 times 10 would be 700 grams. Okay. So shipping 5 to 10 tubers, $15. Done. And then you could continue to add however many of these different rates you want. And then when someone adds the tubers to the cart, it will automatically calculate this and you'll be good to go. Now, please listen to me. If you have anything else in your store, you have merchandise, you have seeds, you have who knows what else, this can mess up your system really easily. And that is why having a separate shipping profile for it and adding only the tubers to that profile is very important, okay? So just remember this. These on the list of things you got to double check. You have to make sure every tuber has the 70 grams or whatever your weight is. You have to make sure that every single tuber is in this shipping profile, and you have to make sure you have your math right. You got to make sure the math is mathin', all right? And then you would save the shipping profile, and that way you would give people the tiered shipping, and every time they check out, that will be the same exact thing. So if they go and order one tuber and 10 separate checkouts, they're going to pay that 1 to 4 tuber rate every single time, and there's no way to combine that shipping automatically with the tiered shipping. Okay, so we'll discard that. Now, the other type of shipping option would be to offer combined shipping. So that means that someone pays for shipping once, and then every single time they check out again, it's going to give them 0 shipping for the subsequent orders. And the way that you would do that is by creating a customer profile that is looking for these customers who have made a purchase. Okay, so we make a customer profile segment, it's called a segment, here under customers. And once you learn how to do segments, it is very, very cool. This may be something you want to learn how to do for all kinds of stuff, because now I can go in and I have segments for all kinds of stuff. I have segments to see how many orders I got that were 1 or 2 tubers. How many orders did I get that were 5 to 14 tubers, 3 or 4 tubers? And I can start to see statistics that are really super handy. So segments is something kind of fun. We're going to create a segment, and this segment, you can try using the AI on this and see if it works for you. But I sometimes don't like using the AI. So let's try. I would like a list of customers who purchase from February 1st to April 15th, 2026. We'll add 2026 here and see if it can generate that list for us. Now, clearly, nobody will have purchased anything in that segment. Okay, so here it's giving you, I know this looks like code, don't freak out. It's looking for customers where orders are placed between 2/1/26 and 4/15/26. Okay, that's what we want. We want a customer list of people who've made a purchase during that time frame, and you would want to change this to whenever your store opens to whenever your store closes. Now, importantly, if you do like a fall shipped version where you have a group of orders where you're combined shipping for fall shipping only and a group of orders that combine shipping for spring shipping only, this is why this is important, because we don't want to give someone free shipping who bought a fall shipped set of tubers and now they're back in the spring to get a spring shipped set of tubers. So you do have to be sure that you do this with the date ranges. So from when your store opens to when your store closes for your spring ship sale. So you set those days based on when your sale is. This does mean at some point you have to end this, because then you will start shipping orders and you can only combine them if you already have all the orders on the books, right? Okay, so I'm going to save this. I'm going to say orders placed 2/1/26 to 4/15/26. All right, we've got a list. The nice thing about this is that it will automatically update in the background. So every time someone places an order, they automatically go on this list. And now we can make a coupon code that is only applicable to this list. So we go into discounts and we create a discount. The kind of discount we want is free shipping. I know I'm going to get questions. Well, can I just do it so it's they pay $15 for the first order and every subsequent order they pay $2? Technically, yes, you can. And the way you would do that is with amount off order. Now, here's the thing. It is not going to show a discounted shipping rate. It's going to show a discount on the entire order. So whatever you charge for shipping, it's still going to say $15 shipping, but $10 off the order. Now, you may get emails from people saying, I thought that I got a discount on the shipping. Well, yes, but the way that Shopify is showing it is as a discount off the whole order. So just be prepared for that if that's what you choose to do. Personally, I just like doing free shipping. I charge enough on that first amount for the shipping that It's just they get to see that free shipping and they really love that. So we're going to call this Combine Ship 2026. Now, here's the thing. Thank you, Shopify, for listening, because we no longer have to tell them to use the coupon code. You should absolutely 100% use the automatic discount instead of the discount code. So we're going to call this, I had to type it in again. Combine Shipping 2026. Oops, there we go. 2026. You leave this as all countries, doesn't matter. We are going to target this eligibility to the segment that we made. So we're going to look for 2126 orders placed. There it is. Orders placed 2126 to 41526. So it is only going to let people use this discount if they are in that customer segment, which means they have already placed an order. Okay. And we're not going to put any other purchase requirements, so no minimum amounts, no minimum quantity of items, or I mean, I guess you could. I don't know why you would, but you could. And if you want to be able to allow them to combine this coupon code with other coupon codes, you would mark these depending on what type of promotions you do. Now, you need to make the active dates on this match the customer segment dates. So February 1st, and we can just do 1 a.m. And then the end date would be, what did I say? April 15th at 11:59. So we match the active coupon code to the active customer segment looking for the purchases. And it is going to automatically discount the shipping for everyone who makes a purchase during that time. Okay. That's step 1. Step 2 would be setting up the shipping profile for it. Okay. So back into your settings, back into shipping and delivery. And I can just show you the shipping profile I have set up for this on mine. I do $18 combined shipping for my customers. And so I give it that name. I add all the products that are included in that because I have other things in my store. I have seeds, I have note cards, things like that. Those all, if you buy those at a different time of year or whatever, then it's not included in this. It's just complicated. And then the rate here is a custom shipping rate, and I just name it priority shipping and handling. And I actually do tell them that when the shipping starts. So this year we're going to start on 3/15/26, and this, you can see how this description is showing to them. We do not need the conditional pricing on this. Okay, so we're not doing the tiered rate. So this is exactly what they see. Priority shipping, handling, $18. Shipping starts on March 15th, 2026. All right. That's all you got to do. So you set up the customer segment, you set up the coupon automatic discount, you set up the shipping profile, and then what will happen is when you open your store, people will pay for the first $18 shipping, and then every time they come back, as long as they use the same email and the same shipping address, you'll see the second they put in their email in the checkout, it will show them free shipping. Okay? It'll show the discount in the cart. And that's it. Now that I've taught you that, let me just tell you a couple more things. There's a couple ways that this can get messed up. First of all, if you do any type of markets or anything else where you're selling anything else in any other way, in any other place other than an online sale, then this automatic coupon code thing can get messed up. Because let's say that you do like a market in town and people are buying there and you're using the Shopify point of sale and people are checking out, it throws them into that customer segment. So someone buys tubers from you at a little market in town, and then they go and make a purchase on your website, and your website is very smart. It says, oh, this person, because everybody uses Shopify for all kinds of things, it recognizes them, possibly, and it'll say, oh, this person already made a purchase, even though it was in person and they didn't pay for shipping. And it has added them to that segment, and therefore they will automatically get free shipping. So there are ways around this to fix that sort of problem. They are a little more complicated and you might need help. So if you got stuff like that going on, you could shoot me a message and I can see if I can help you get that set up correctly. The other thing is if you sell other types of things in your store, the setup is a little bit more complicated as well. So those are the situations where that may not make this work as well. And the good thing is the error would be on the side in the customer's favor. It might accidentally give them free shipping when they're not meant to have it. So you won't have angry customers, but it may be a pain to you to have to go and invoice people for that initial shipping charge. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful to help you understand a little bit about shipping in Shopify. I know there's lots of different feelings and thoughts about shipping, and I hope that you find a way that is good for you and your business. But again, if you have questions, find me on social media. I'm usually in the Facebook groups as well, Idlewild Blooms, and I wish you all the best in your sales. I hopefully will get to buy from you. All right, bye.